Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is a fleet of UFOs over Israel. I also have this video from 2016 of this guy named David Caton, who has taken some amazing clear photos and videos of UFOs. This is a nice research video on the humanoids that were found in the Atacama Desert. And, you know, a lot of these scientists have tried to say that these were like deformed humans, but no, it's 25% human DNA. And this guy does a really good analysis of these creatures, you know, talking about like the eggs that were found inside one of them and how there was this metal. Looked like, you know, she had gone through some type of injury and was fixed. Also have this video of a footprint, another footprint. You know, I did a video before of a footprint, I think that was found in 200 million year old rock. Well, here's a footprint that was found in 15 million year old rock in Fisher Canyon, Nevada. Well, this is a video about all of the different stone cutting methods or processes that seem to have occurred in ancient Peru and other places. You know, they look at the cuts on these rocks, and it's obvious they had some type of advanced technology that could either melt the rock or something, or make the rock soft, soften the rock somehow. Let's see. Also have this article here on the TR-3B. It's the triangle UFO anti-gravity device. You know, a lot of people have talked about it. Well, the patent is apparently public, and this came out in 2017. So again, to all of these people who are still crying about disclosure, a disclosure has been taking place. But you know, like I said before, it's a small d disclosure. They cannot have a government official come out and officially claim that that UFOs exist, because they would be subjected to all kinds of lawsuits if they did that, or any of the government agencies that fired people or ruined people's careers when they reported seeing UFOs. This is an article about the mysterious alien abduction of an 8-year-old boy near Sweden in 1922. And then last is more files from the FBI. This is from the FBI files, and this is a report about people seeing UFOs. So again, people, it's obvious that the government hides it, and again, I still don't understand why people are kind of tiptoeing around this notion of whether or not our government hides it, or when our government finally reveals it's all out here. You just have to be willing to look and accept it, as opposed to wanting to play the victim and acting like you're in a position of not knowing. But anyways, let me go to this video here. Let me go full screen here. Yeah, this isn't Elon Musk's Starlink system either. I know, some people, anytime there's a string of UFOs like this, people want to claim that it's Elon Musk's Starlink system. This is not the Starlink system. I mean, look at this one here. Again, I can't play the whole video, but the link will be in the description. Let me go to the next video here. Yeah, this is this guy that, I think he had said something about people complaining about there aren't any clear photos of UFOs. Well, what do you call this? Let me play this, start this thing. A photo east into rising sun, UFO now positioned above Maslin Quarry, small UFO approaching large UFO from the north. Let's see, let me look at a couple of these other photos. It's a close-up of that. Yeah, look at this photo. You know, looking at this, I bet you this is U.S. military.
His name to be a moderator with Casebook. So I think that's the only other time, apart from private and friends, that this case has been explored.
Right, and I mean, we were talking about this morning as well, and I was,
apart from private and friends, that this case has been.
Yeah, I don't know what all this is about, but anyways, the link to this video will be in the description. It's pretty interesting. Now this video, you know, I've done several videos on these humanoids that were found in the Atacama Desert. But this guy goes into a really good analysis, 16-minute long video.
One of the creatures. You can see the elongated skull. The ribcage area is very strange and does not appear human in any way. The hands only have 3 fingers. And it's very interesting because, as you will see, a petroglyph was discovered in the area that seems to match these creatures. Here is yet another picture. These mummies were covered in diatomaceous earth, which is a substance that comes from seashells that is crushed over millions of years into a fine dust. It has an amazing ability to preserve, and with the very arid conditions at Nazca, these mummies happen naturally.
Yeah, and remember, you know, these are 3 similar ones, and then there's another one that looks completely different. Yeah, this one here, this is I think they determined this is a female, but this is a completely different type of alien.
She does have an elongated skull, and as was common in ancient civilizations, her head was tilted towards the sky. So what we have is a find with 2 different two different species. And it's amazing because the man who discovered these estimated that maybe only 10% of the tomb had been excavated. He will not tell people where the main cave is. He has told the team of scientists where one of the caves was, where he recovered a few of the bodies.
Yeah, you know, again, this is nice. I mean, let's see when this came out. Oh, this is from January of 2021. But, you know, all of this stuff has been researched over and over again. So I don't understand why there are still people who are like screaming or crying, basically, you know, begging the government to disclose when all of this information is out there. And let's check this one out here. This is a 15 million year old footprint, or footprint that was found in 15 million year old rock. Very interesting. You know, I've said this before. Everything that we have been taught has been wrong. You know, and one side of me wants to believe that we've been lied to, purposely lied to prevent us from, you know, learning the truth about all of this stuff. I don't know why the powers that be want to keep this information from us. I mean, unless it's just all about control. You know, I guess if we don't know this, they can control us better. I don't know, but yeah, we've definitely been lied to. I've done, you know, videos that show humans interacting with dinosaurs, or, you know, human making depictions of dinosaurs years ago. There are more than one of these footprints. There are footprints of giants. Yeah, there's so much information that's being kept from us, and then you know, there are people in academia who just refuse to acknowledge or accept this information. Amazing. Anyways, let me go on to this video here. Yeah, this guy here does a really good job of showing all of the different cuts in, you know, in this ancient rock that, again, obviously shows that that they had some type of advanced technology. Yeah, look at this part here. Look at the sharpness of that edge. Let me go back to that. Yeah, again, and you know, and any of these quackademics who want to say that this is done by primitive people using primitive tools, no, they're stupid. That's just idiotic to think that. And let me just show you one other spot that it, you know, shows what really looks like it's a conglomerate, I think it's called. Oh yeah, this rock here. Look at the, you know, the bits and pieces of these other types of rock. Is it possible that this was some type of cement? Because isn't this called like a conglomerate when there's different types of rock? Yeah, look at that right there. I mean, yeah, these are other types of rock within a rock. So is it possible that this was some type of a cement material that was just softer, that they made? And then, you know, I mean, if this was made, let's say 15 million years ago, you know, by now it becomes like this really, really hard rock. But when it was originally made, it might have been much softer. And you know, yeah, the lichen growing in there is an indication that this is very, very old. I think it takes, I don't know, 100,000. I don't know the exact time frame, but I know it takes a long time before lichen begins to grow on rock. And then there's another section that I thought was very interesting. Where was it at? Oh yeah, here. Doesn't this look like dried clay? Like if you took a block of clay, of molding clay, and sliced it and then allowed it to just dry out, wouldn't it end up looking similar to this? I mean, without all the lichen, imagine, not having any of the lichen on here. But the way these cracks, isn't that from a slow drying out process of clay? I don't know, something to think about. Let me go on to this next video here, or next article here. The USA's most secret plane, TR-3B patent, is now in the public domain. Again, this came out in 2017. So all of those people who are still crying about disclosure, as I've always said, disclosure is taking place, but it's a small d disclosure. The TR-3B is codenamed Astra. I've also heard it named Aurora. The tactical reconnaissance TR-3B first operational flight was in the early 90s. The triangular-shaped nuclear-powered aerospace platform was developed under the top-secret Aurora program with SDI and black budget monies. At least 3 of the billion-dollar-plus TR-3Bs were flying by 1994. Aurora is the most classified aerospace development program in existence. The TR-3B is the most exotic vehicle created by the Aurora program. It is funded and operationally tasked by the National Reconnaissance Office, the NSA, and the CIA. The TR-3B Flying Triangle is not fiction and was built with technology available in the mid-'80s. Not every UFO spotted is one of theirs. Yep. Look at all this. Let's see, here's a video of this thing. I think this is the video that Tom DeLonge showed on Joe Rogan's program, and he debunked it and made fun of it. And watch, this thing's gonna light up and disappear. Create some kind of a gravitational bubble or something. And it's gone. But anyways, yeah, we have it. There's the proof right there. And all you people still, crying about disclosure. It's happening. Disclosure is happening. Let's see. The mysterious alien abduction of an 8-year-old boy near Sweden in 1922. In 1922, an 8-year-old Swedish boy decided to play with a classmate after school and then walked home past a peat bog and a forest. Suddenly, he became an eyewitness to a very strange event, which he decided to tell reporters only dozens of years later. So instead of getting into all this, let me just get to where he gets abducted, right here. Let's see. He had to walk about 3 kilometers to the house. It was a rural area where the fields intersected with the forest. Austin was too lazy to go home and decided to take another walk in the nearest forest. He walked past the peat bog and just wanted to enter the forest when something that remained a mystery to him forever happened. Suddenly, different animals began to run out of the forest: deer, hares, moose, squirrels, badgers, and others. There were a lot of them, and they fled on purpose as if something was following them. They ran towards the peat bog when the sky suddenly darkened strongly, and then a strange light appeared above. I looked up and saw 3 gray objects hovering silently above me. They were so close to me that I could easily throw a stone at them. The objects pulsed as if they were breathing, and I saw 2 dark lines on them. Above the forest, 2 more objects floated. They were larger and darker than those that were above me. The kid's drawing describing the event. More Austin did not have time to see anything as he lost consciousness or was deliberately knocked out. When he woke up, he was lying on the road near the forest on the ground, and the time was already evening and much colder than during the day. The boy felt that he was very cold. So yeah, 1922, these abductions have been happening a long time. Again, I've always said we're not alone on the planet. In the same way, our scientists trap and abduct small animals for research, or animals in general for research. Why wouldn't a more advanced species that most likely had a hand in our development routinely abduct people in order to research them? I know it must be hard for some people to accept that reality, but yeah, we are not the top dog on this planet. That is for damn sure. Anyways, let's see. This is the last document here from the vault of the FBI. Yeah, more disclosure, and this has been out for a long time. But let me check this out here. So let's see, what does this say here? Prior to the receipt of these instructions, 2 instances were called to the attention of this office concerning flying discs. One report was received July 7th, 1947, the details of which are set forth in Milwaukee letter to the Bureau dated July 8th, 1947, entitled Flying Disc or Saucers, miscellaneous telephone call from Mr. Fletcher at the Bureau at 8:30 a.m., 7/7/47. No investigation was conducted concerning this report. The second report was received by this office at 1:20 p.m., July 11th, 1947, from redacted, who is in charge of the Civil Air Patrol of Wisconsin, an auxiliary of the Army Air Force. On that occasion, calling from Black River Falls, Wisconsin, telephonically advised his office that an object in the shape of a disc 19 inches in diameter had been found July 9th, 1947 by one redacted electrician on the Jackson County Fairgrounds near Black River Falls, Wisconsin, about 3:30 p.m. The disc might be made of a substance such as cardboard covered by a silver airplane dope material. The contraption has a small wooden tail like a rudder in the back, and inside of the disc is what appears to be an RCA photoelectric cell or tube. Also inside the disc is a little electric motor with the shaft running to the center of the disc. At one end of the shaft is a very small propeller. In blank opinion, the contraption might possibly have been made by some juvenile. Stated that he desired to return the contraption to Milwaukee and eventually turn it over to the Army Air Force, but that the finder apparently wanted to get some publicity for his find and wanted it returned to him. So is this like a plane? Let's see. Here's this letter here. Portland, flying disc, security matter, -X, one Forever Navy pilot and presently redacted Myrtle Creek, Oregon, reports seeing a mysterious object on 2 occasions the evening of August 6th while flying at about 5,000 feet above Myrtle Creek, Hatfield, to be interviewed. Office memorandum. This is attached here too. Letter received from the captioned individual, postmarked July 12, 1947, concerning flying disc. Well, anyways, yeah, there's 69 pages of these reports from, again, the military. And yeah, I don't understand why people, still want to play around with this notion that, is the government hiding information? The answer is yes. Yes, the government has been hiding information. They're starting to release some information, and I'm sure there's a lot more that they aren't revealing. But again, they don't have to reveal the information. We don't need people from the government, because there are individuals who are doing the research, who are interviewing, some of the people involved in this stuff. It's all out there. Just, go listen to some of Linda Moulton Howe's interview. Listen to Richard Dolan talk. It's all out there. Disclosure is happening, folks. And again, we don't even really need anyone to tell us. I've been making these videos for over a year now, and it's obvious to me that that we're being visited, and that we're not alone on this planet. That a lot of the UFOs that we encounter are most likely from highly advanced civilizations that live in our oceans and deep earth caverns. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.